I started dropshipping in February of 2024, and within 3 weeks of watching my first course, I made my first sale. And from that day, everything changed. For me, I started doing Facebook ads and I watched a course from Jordan Welsh. If you don't know who Jordan Welsh is, he's one of the biggest dropshipping gurus out there. At least he used to be. Nowadays, he doesn't do dropshipping anymore, and so he doesn't sell a dropshipping course anymore. However, he's still pretty knowledgeable within dropshipping, of course. And I watched one of his courses and I literally followed everything he said, word for word, and it made my first sale. And why that changed my life was because from that day forward, after I made that first sale, I didn't stop. I kept going and I wanted more and I wanted more and I wanted more. And got to a point where I just can't stop thinking about it, right? Can't stop thinking about dropshipping. That is literally my life now. And I love it. Like, it's a great obsession and I absolutely am all for it. And today I want to kind of explain to you guys how I did it and the kind of trials and tribulations I went through to eventually get there and make my first few sales. One of the biggest things is maybe you don't need to buy Jordan Welsh's course. There's so many other dropshipping courses out there. Obviously, you're the one who needs to make the decision for what course you want to buy and whose course you want to buy. I don't want to force my, what I did onto you and you pick my path. Like, everyone's path is different. You just got to pick your own poison. And so, yeah, like, one of the biggest things for yourself is you need to invest into a course, right? Maybe one that's not too expensive, but a course is where you want to start because you're going to learn your basics through that. And I spent probably my first week, I spent hours watching the videos and trying to follow everything. And I would constantly go back onto the course and, see what I've missed and try and make sure I'm doing it right. And all these things. And I would say, doing Facebook ads, I probably lost thousands of dollars while practicing it. And it took a while. And Facebook ads is difficult. And I probably wouldn't recommend it as a beginner, but it was a start. And, I know other beginners out there who have been doing Facebook ads and it seems all right for them, right? And yeah, it was really difficult at the start, being that I had all these really bad habits already in me, right? And the hardest part was to stop all these bad habits that I used to have. One of the biggest things that I learned was waking up really early, right? Helped me with being more productive because I actually found out that I was more productive in the morning. So then in the morning, I'll actually bang out all the hardest work that I'm doing. And then when I was watching the courses, I would follow word for word everything Jordan Welsh said. And then got to a point where I would not need the course anymore, not need to watch any of the videos because I've understood how I can create a website and how I can formulate an ad and how I can actually create the videos for the ad. Once I understood that part and that section, I stopped watching it. And then when you get to that point, maybe a month or 2 months after, you won't need to pay for the course anymore. So really you're only spending maybe a couple $100 within a year of doing that course. And then after you've done that, then you can go on to kind of a more advanced thing, which is maybe you want to look into getting a mentor. And why a mentor is so good is because a mentor is able to help you one-on-one with your problems. They're able to see what you do and you're able to ask them any questions that you have that they've already gone through. So they're able to give you the solutions with the issues that you're facing because most of the time they've already faced these issues before. And so instead of you spending hours looking for a solution, they literally can hand it to you. And so this is why after your kind of very beginner stage, you want to look into getting a mentor so that they can actually help you and show you the way. That's essentially the point. And that's how I, made my first sale with organic dropshipping, right? Because I was doing Facebook ads and then I realized I was spending way too much money on ads and I needed to find some way to do something where I wouldn't spend so much money. And so the next thing was organic dropshipping, and that was when I tried to do a mentorship. And after I've tried dropshipping myself for maybe like, I think 3 or 4 months, I tried to do it on my own. And then after that, I got a mentor, and that was when I made my first sale. I think 2 weeks into the course, or a week and a half into the course of the mentorship, that was when I made my first organic dropshipping sale. So one of the biggest things is you need to understand also that it's okay to not do it on your own, and it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for help from people who, have already done it before. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I think for beginners, they feel like, or they want to believe that they can do everything on their own, but they can't. And it took me a while to just kind of realize that I actually do need to spend and invest some money into a mentorship to kind of help me get through that next stage, because doing it on my own would have taken way longer than it should be. And so yeah, that's my biggest tip, is honestly join a course, right? A cheap one where you can kind of learn the basics of it to understand that if this is something you can actually even do. And once you've done that and you see, oh yeah, like I think I can actually do this, and you need some extra help, join a mentorship. That is exactly how I would start all over again. I would go back and do the exact same thing, exactly how I went through it, because that is the only way you'll be able to learn properly and try and learn faster. So yeah, I hope you guys, beginners out there, or people who want to start dropshipping, I hope this kind of video kind of helps you understand how you can start and the kind of path you should kind of take if you do want to start. And believe me, it's not easy. It takes a long time till you make a lot of money, but it's worth the time and it's worth the effort you put into. It's worth the hours, because you're buying your freedom back. And so never be afraid to invest in yourself, right? And invest into learning, because that is the whole point of the game, is to learn and to teach yourself all these things. And it's okay to ask for help as well. I think asking for help is one of the biggest things for a beginner dropshipper, because if you don't ask questions, then are you even interested in it? Do you even really want to learn it, right? So it's important that you are asking questions, and it's important that you do have a lot of questions, because it's clear that you will be more interested in it if you are asking those questions, and the right questions to the right mentors. But still make sure you do the right research in finding who you want to follow and who you want to buy from, right? You don't want to get scammed out there, and there are people out there who are scamming and who are just putting out content but has absolutely nothing to do with dropshipping. So it's very important that you do your own research and that you make sure you do buy the right courses and the right mentorships out there. And yeah, just do your own research, okay? I know for myself, I spent probably months, right, trying to find the right mentor and to try and find if there's anything out there that would kind of show if they were scamming or not. And there are so many people out there who, are doing those product reviews out there on YouTube and on Google. So just search them up. It's not that hard, but it's worth it. It's worth the investment, worth doing the time and the research into it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just another quick video for you guys, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.